Thank you, President Kerwin, Board of Trustees, Dean Romzik, Dean Weeks, members of faculty and staff, as well as family and friends. Now, class of 2013, congratulations, fellow graduates, we've made it. We made it through years of late night studying and the coffee jitters. It's an honor for me to be here today to celebrate the great accomplishment of the class of 2013. I am privileged to be here today because I did not always have the opportunity to learn and to attend school. When I was 6 years old, my home was a poverty-stricken orphanage located in war-torn Tigray, Ethiopia. While growing up in the orphanage with my brothers and sisters, we had the opportunity to go to school. The school was a small square building with one chalkboard and 2 small holes in the wall to provide ventilation for an overcrowded classroom. Because there was no road and no bus to take us to school, we had to make the hour-long journey through a desert-like terrain made of dry, hot sand, rocks, and red soil, which felt like it had absorbed the entire sun. Merely touching the landscape meant burning your bare skin. We knew, even in those harsh conditions, the value of education. Every day, my brothers and sisters left for school at the crack of dawn to avoid the heat, but I always left before everyone else. While the other kids walked, I crawled to school. I crawled 2 miles every day. I crawled 2 miles every day to attend school until peeling calluses on my knees and cracked palms prevented me. When I could no longer crawl that distance, my brothers and sisters, even though they were small and malnourished, took turns giving me piggyback rides. It was their instinct to help me. They continued to carry me on their shoulders as best they could until the decision was made that I could no longer attend school with them. For years, I watched them leave for school in the mornings and wondered to myself what was to become of my life. It was only when I moved halfway across the world to Vermont that I was able to attend school again. I never imagined being here with all of you today at American University. I never imagined my new home to be the School of Public Affairs, which unlike my situation in Ethiopia, has opened doors that I could not have dreamed of back then. Attending award ceremonies with Vice President Joe Biden. Shaking hands with former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, attending receptions with First Lady Michelle Obama, debating education reform with members of Congress, and now speaking in front of you all today are only a few of the remarkable rewards of having attended this remarkable, phenomenal university. Though American University is worlds away from the orphanage in Ethiopia, I see the same instinct among my classmates, in each one of us, to help one another get through when times are tough. I see it in gestures as simple as classmates bringing each other coffee during late night studying, and helping each other get through finals. And oh, need I mention the special help we needed on Friday mornings. We often speak metaphorically about getting ahead in the world on the shoulders of others. In my case, that was not a metaphor. It was literally true. But there is a lesson here for all of us. During our time in the School of Public Affairs, with the help of our professors and friends, we have each developed broad shoulders. It is our duty and privilege to use those broad shoulders to lift up the struggles of those in need, give back to the communities we came from, and fight for justice so that all people will have access to the opportunities that we have been afforded. In the words of President John F. Kennedy, education is the highest expression of achievement in society, ennobling and enriching human life. I would like to push this concept further and add that our education also leverages our abilities to support our communities. Fellow graduates, we have supported our communities near and far. From helping youths learn to read in inner-city schools through DC Reads, to advocating for asylum for African refugees in Israel during alternative breaks, from speaking up for our campus airmark workers and making their voices heard, to rallying together as a community in support of the victims of Hurricane Sandy. And when the Westboro Baptist Church came to our campus to express hatred towards the LGBT community, we stood up for those we loved. In one way or another, we have all carried each other. However, we still have work to do. As much as this ceremony is a culmination of our academic success, it is also a reminder for us to live up to our ideals of public service. We have the tools from our education, but it would mean nothing if we did not put them to use. I encourage you all to continue to foster and cultivate that knowledge that you have gained over the years at American University. As you go off into the future, let your purpose and sense of duty resonate into everything you do. As you leave this university, let us again remember the shining words of President John F. Kennedy. In his 1961 inauguration speech, he identified the common enemies of men and women as tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Fellow graduates, let us go forth with determination to fight these common enemies and show the world it is possible to turn ideas into action, action into service, and service into justice. Thank you.